Hello and welcome everyone to the fourth actual play session of the Faces of Evil adventure already. We're playing Blood and Doom for you today with our group, and which is entangled in an investigation involving rituals, cultists, flesh demons, and all kinds of other foul events and entities that have run amok in the small trading outpost of Ashar, which is kind of in the center of Athenia and extremely remote. We have seen our brave adventurers research and investigate the temple already. Several individuals, including a fortune teller by the name of Nimawe, who seems to be, I think it's safe to say, somehow in charge of this group, though some of you may still suspect that Dulmar is behind everything after all, but the water connoisseur. Anyways, we'll see. Maybe this is the final session, maybe not. Who knows? We'll see where we end up. I think last time you all said that you wanted to do some investigation near the East Gate, see about the registration office, and also try and find out where this supposed lair that you found out about in a letter between, I think it was written by Nimawe, sent to Obila, which you found in the temple, to see what might be up there and going on. So maybe some quick introductions. I'm Ferruccio, your Doomsayer for today, and I'll go down on screen to Namuldi. So just say something quick maybe about yourself and or your character, and then we can get started straight away.
Hi everyone, I'm Sandra, and I'm playing Namuldi, your resident druid, and not trusting any of this.
No. For a good reason, right? You've seen things.
I'm pretty sure something's bad is up.
Alright, Kassan.
I am Bibe, playing Kassan the Felwoon. And for Kassan, everything's been smooth sailing. He's had a great night's sleep. He's just had some more of the best water in the world. Then he did have a rude awakening. Dulmar, the greatest water salesman, was gone. He's very angry now. He's going to look for his new body.
Revenge for Dulmar, right? Okay, so was that, by the way, sarcastic that you're all alright? Or were you actually, I don't, such a long time ago, were you actually one... You were the one person who was... Yeah, okay, you were actually... Okay, so you actually did not have any nightmare. Which is the opposite that we can say about Badal Aan. Tell us a little bit about your character.
Yeah, I'm Wim, and I'm playing Badal Aan of Timon from Athenia. And I'll be playing a guardian. And I used to be the voice of reason, but due to a bout of madness, and I just want to party.
Yes, it's Bakik mania, and partying is all that's on your mind for some reason. Oh, it's so cool. It's I remember it was a random roll. Could have been anything, but now you just want to party. So, all right.
But hey, I reduced 1 doom point, so
yeah,
I'm better than last time.
All right, Samia.
Yes. Hello, I'm Akira. I play Zamia, the Viper assassin type character, and I have had very strange visions and nightmares, and I am 1 point of madness away from a breakdown. So maybe I'll be joining in the partying, or maybe something else. Or maybe everything will be fine, and anyway, Dulmar is evil.
So people tuning in for the first time are like, who is this Dulmar guy? It's
the secret BBG.
Yeah, no. Poor guy. Ilya.
Yeah, hi, I'm Gio. I'm playing Ilya, a female barbarian gladiator, and she hopes to be able to finally deal with these cultists. I mean, we know by now what they are. So, yeah, that's more or less her sole purpose at the moment.
At the moment, yeah. I think it's safe to say, I think we can all agree we are allowed to call them cultists right now, right? Because we're...
Wait, I thought it was a book club.
Yeah. No, surprise. It was not a book club.
This always happens to me.
Is it?
You
Anyway,
turn
so
always out to be evil.
so yeah, so let's say, so again, for those watching, we've had a bit of a hiatus in between streams. It was a bit harder to schedule this particular session than the previous 3. So it's a bit further back in our minds what happened previous, but let's say you're all somewhere near the Nomad and Crow, which is where you are staying while you're in Ashar, and you're gathered there. I do remember it was 4 o'clock in the afternoon. A storm was brewing in the distance, which will probably hit Ashar within a few hours. It gets dark within an hour or an hour and a half as well. And you all had some ideas and some plans as what to do next. So feel free to let me know what you want to do.
Well, I believe our plans were to investigate around the East Gate.
Indeed. See if that lady who worked at the registration office that we saw at the meeting might be there. We might be
Alright.
able to interrogate her.
All right, so you make your way to the east gate of the city, which is located here specifically, and as per usual, there's several guards having a lookout for people coming and going, in and out the city, and there's of course this. It's like a counter with a building, so it's like, you have an open counter. There's a small registration office attached to this, and there's surely someone sitting inside there. You do not immediately recognize this person as being Amara, but it is manned and staffed at the moment, so you can just go up to anyone and see if you want to inquire or ask some questions.
I think Ilya will head into that direction.
Okay, sounds good.
She's mainly interested in whether it's Amara or not.
Yeah, okay, so you want to kind of approach the guards first, or just make your way through the registration office, which is perfectly fine to do. It's not like they're gonna block your way or anything.
No, just through the registration office to the person who's
Who's
holding
sitting
office at the moment.
Who's sitting there? Okay, so you see a dark-skinned man, small build, balding head, probably in his late 50s, who is kind of doodling on a piece of paper there. As currently there is no one actually coming in or out of the city, so he's kind of in his own little mind space. He sees you approach and he says, "Oh, good day, my lady. How may I help you?"
Good day. I'm looking for Amara. Is she around?
Oh, Amara. Well, as a matter of fact, she should be, but she isn't. She didn't show up for her duties today. You know you're friends with her?
I know her,
All right.
but not too well.
Is there anything I can do for you instead?
Where could we find her here in Ashar? Where does she live?
Well, let me quickly take my notes. She actually lives just south of the temple gardens. He kind of explains the directions, describes the building. She actually lives atop a small convenience store, which is located there as well. So it's like an apartment that she has there. And he explains this to you. He says, I hope she's not in trouble. You think something bad might have happened to her?
Who knows? And Ilya already turns around and walks out of the office.
Kind of
back to
looks
the
like,
rest,
geez, what a rude woman this is. Anyways, and he's like, okay, well, whatever. Goes on with his doodling. So you make your way back to the rest of the party, and
I got an address of that registration officer, Amara.
Lovely.
We need to head back to the temple. She lives near the temple gardens. And she explains to them where exactly Amara lives.
Breaking into a place is harder when it's above a place that's well visited.
Well, I don't think we'll find her there, but
But we can find clues if we break
exactly.
them, perhaps.
That's what I'm interested in.
You can also just knock on the door and ask if she's home.
And Ilya just looks at Namuli. Yeah. Sure.
Somewhere. All right, so
I don't know.
Wait.
And Ilya,
That's my point.
We did all the sneaking, we did all the trying to follow people. That didn't work. So maybe a different approach.
Ilya's already walking towards the temple, and
Well,
she just turns around.
we can knock and then
I don't
break
think
in.
she'll be there. But I'll knock on the door.
so
She
not
taps her battle axe as well while she's saying that.
all right. So it takes you a few minutes, of course, to make your way back there, and you finally come upon this pretty small-looking convenience store, which is the owner's kind of closing up shop already, since it's almost end of the afternoon, and there's a door besides the entrance that seemingly leads up to the story above. You knock on it with your axe, and the owner of the convenience store kind of looks you up and down for a minute, then just goes back and minds his own business. But there doesn't seem to be any answer at the door.
Ilya just turns again to Namuli. And now, what do you propose I should do?
Plan F.
I don't know. You wanted to knock with that, and she points to the battle axe.
How sturdy does the door look like? Can it be kicked open, or should an axe be used?
I
Cover me.
She's
Cover me
aching
and
to
I can
use her
pick a-
battle axe, but
Cover me and I'll try to pick a lock. How about that?
be my guest.
If
Some
I
luck.
feel you can
Thing.
use your axe.
Okay, so you're getting help being stealthy in trying to pick this lock, but make me a stealth roll, just a difficulty 2, just to see if this man who is finishing up his day at the shop, if he maybe notices what's going on.
Oh, can I, since he's downstairs, can I try to distract him? Just talking to him, seeing if he has some
All right,
food,
so
some...
take 2 extra dice, take 2 times.
Okay, so
because
what did I need to roll?
difficulty
stealth?
2.
Stealth, you said, or?
Yeah.
Okay, and cloak and shadows, I've got 2 things in, so that's 7, and then 9. But I'm exhausted, so it's to 8.
Yeah,
8.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Yeah. So you're both getting a distraction and you're being covered. Okay, so that's no problem. So this man does not seem to notice what is going on exactly. Then you'll still need to roll to actually pick the lock. So make me a dexterity roll.
Okay.
And let's say it's a difficulty 1, to be honest, because this is not a great
Okay.
lock
What
or
would work
building.
with that? It's not cloak and shadows. Mechanisms and traps, is that
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. So that cancels out the exhaustion.
Oh, you'll make this. Just 1 success.
What did you say? What did you say?
Don't jinx it!
Oh, it's
This is
good.
Comic.
your fault.
We're back again, everybody watching. We're back to our old habits. Okay, so
This was a stream, everyone. Good night.
and a setback.
I recall
And a
her
setback.
having-
So unfortunately, even though you succeeded to do this extremely stealthily, the shop owner is now saying to Namuldi, "Wait, I'm sorry. It seems weird what you're talking about. Is there something going on near the door? Can I have a look? What are your friends doing near Amara's.
I don't know those people. I have no.
Yep.
Who are? What are? I have no clue. What? I was
Well,
looking.
I'm gonna have a look. I'm gonna have a look. And he walks up to the door and he approaches whoever
I
is
wanna stand in front of
on
it.
the lookout. I don't know who.
Oh, no, I'll walk up to him.
Okay.
I'll tell him to mind your business, little man.
Oh my God, we're going. So, I'm sorry. Mind my business. You're in front of my store, and your friends are doing something extremely suspicious here.
Perfectly legal. I assure you.
You want me to
I'm a
alert the
locksmith.
guards?
I'm a locksmith. I was called in to try to fix the lock.
Okay,
And
that sounds good. Okay.
And Ilya will try to intimidate that guy, especially when he mentions the guards. Like she holds her axe. Well, she already has her axe in her hands, and still be looking at him. The guards.
Okay, so let's do
Who
it
is
like
standing next to Kassan, like the both of them.
since
impressive as they are.
Samia made the first comment, you are helping by intimidating, so Samia gets edge to deceive this man because you were actually trying to tell him that you're a locksmith. So it definitely helps that you're also being intimidating because he might be like, okay, you know, sounds kind of true what they're saying. Maybe this is not the right moment to pick a fight. So that's a mystique roll, and I bet you have something along
Deception
the
and
lines. Yeah.
Okay. What difficulty?
Difficulty 2, because you know you guys did arouse his suspicion somewhat.
And I have I have edge.
Yeah, because Ilya is also kind of intimidating him at the same time. Okay. It's like,
With 8 dice, 2 successes.
all right, pretty unusual for 4 people to fix a lock,
You've
but
heard
I
of the
guess it is
disappearances,
in
right?
need of some extensive repairs.
What with the disappearances, can't be safe enough.
Well, that is a good point, and I think, in all honesty, that would kind of help both for that and also both for him being like, maybe I should mind my own business before I myself disappear. So he just goes back into his shop, but he is kind of looking through the window, but the angle isn't so that he can really get a good view. But if you stand back far enough, he'll be watching. But he's inside the shop.
Okay.
But the door is still locked.
Do you guys think he sells wine?
Sorry. Come on.
I could use some wine. I'll check myself.
What about this door, Zamia?
Is it?
Can I try to lockpicking? I mean,
but-
I failed. So I don't
Meanwhile,
know if I can
Badulan
continue.
is like looking through the window, seeing if there's and there is some wine inside. There is some wine inside, and the man.
Is the store opened or is it closed?
Well, he just closed it up, but he's kind of looking straight at you through the window. So as he's peering outside, you're just looking inside, like wine.
I'm flashing a few gold pieces.
And he opens the door like just slightly. He's like, yes,
Do you sell wine?
yes.
Okay. Well, how much for?
You want a bottle
two
of wine?
bottles. Yeah, 2 bottles.
I have some very nice local wine. It will be 4 gold pieces for 2 bottles.
Here you go.
And he goes back inside, and he's kind of doing this all, still being suspicious about all of you. So he kind of closes the door again, goes back, comes up, opens it.
If
Here you
Ilya
go.
sees
Here you
that
go.
that the door closes, then she'll just take her axe
Oh, that's a good one.
and
Oh,
have
that's
a
a good.
go at it at the door.
Bam!
Was that your intention, Badulan, or? Oh,
Yeah, of course.
you got me. yes, that's what I would have said.
He's a cunning fox.
Yeah. Okay, so let's just make me a strength roll, difficulty Well, 2. I mean, it's not made of paper, but you'll manage to break this open, I
Okay.
guess.
Can I use Olympian?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Then, all right, here we go. Oh, sorry, I did the difficulty 3, but
And you got 2 successes, so 2 and
Yeah.
2 is fine. So we don't need to. Okay, so you,
okay.
when he goes inside to get the wine, you immediately you just bash in this door. You know, wood splinters everywhere. It kind of doesn't do a clean break, but when you give it some more kicks and push with your axe, and you kind of, just destroy this entire door. And Badelaan gets 2 bottles of fine wine from the shop owner.
And Ilya will just look at Zamia like, that's also how you can do it.
Backup lockpicks.
And she walked into the through the doorway.
Oh yeah, by the way, Zamia, you do use up a lockpick because they are.
Yeah, I've marked it off.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So what do you do, Ilya, as you stand in front of this entrance where once a door was?
Walk through, that's all she said, right?
Yeah. Go through the door and
right.
walk up.
Yeah, you walk up
Okay.
you walk up some stairs, just like dusty wooden stairs. The place seems, I mean, it's not in the worst condition, but it really doesn't shine either. You go up, and there's another door which doesn't seem to be locked. You want to open it?
Yeah, immediately.
Yeah.
No,
All right, so you come
No
upon
hesitation there.
what seems to be a small apartment. It's just one room. There's 2 windows in the front overlooking the streets in front of the shop. There's a small couch. There's a bed in the corner, like a small table with some cooking utensils and a small stove or something like that to make some food. Some chairs and a table, and that's about it. Pretty simple. You do notice that there is a rope on the floor behind one of those chairs, which for some reason one chair is not seated or located near the table, but is kind of in the middle of the room.
could it be hiding something? Or well, Ilya immediately she just moves the furniture. She wants to have a look.
Yeah.
We're here to find any clues that might lead to
Yeah.
location.
Well, so the place is there's no one here. That's at least as far as you can see, and it does appear when you kind of move things around. Some ordinary items that look like they belong to Amara, but don't really immediately give you any clues as to the cultists' activity, except for this chair, which definitely gives off a vibe, with the rope lying behind it. There's some bloodstains on the chair. There's a knot in the rope. Maybe something happened here at some point in time.
She points at it and she looks at any of the others that have entered the room as well. Anyone who can make
So she
something of
was
this?
tied up, right?
Somebody.
As sacrifice, maybe.
Well, if it's a sacrifice, then where's the blood?
Yeah,
Blood
there
stains.
isn't that much blood. Yeah.
Is it just from the rope which might have led
Yeah,
to
either from the rope or maybe from what you might deduct as being someone being taken forcibly, maybe taking a punch or whatever, and then sitting in the chair, and then just some minor wound, some blood, but not like someone was like carved up or sacrificed.
Wow.
Okay.
So maybe someone was tied up there to question them. Could have
Interrogation.
been. Forceful interrogation.
About what? What would they want to know? Who would they want to interrogate?
Ilya just tears the place apart to see whether there are secret compartments or whatever.
Yeah,
All
I'll
right.
help in. I'll help in less forceful investigation.
Ilya
Tearing the
isn't that
place,
subtle.
tearing the place apart. It's it's an investigation. So I would say in this case, make that an intellect roll, and anything in the form of investigation or spotting things.
Can we see how old the blood is?
Difficulty 2.
Is it relative? Is it relatively fresh? Or?
Yes, so while Ilya is making her roll, you could also make me, I would say, also an intellect roll. Investigation.
Can I give Ilya edge because I'm helping?
Yeah, sure. Okay, but that's a difficulty 3. To determine how old the blood is. I mean, to exactly determine it. You'll probably find out, if it's fresh or not.
And can Ilya use in any way her occult and arcane or mechanisms and traps?
No, I'm sorry. No, because it's not specific enough. You're basically doing a search of the place.
And here we go. 3 dice.
I see 1 success. Oh my god.
Did you take the edge with that?
Yeah. But Ilya has 2 intellect, so.
Well, you still.
This is not her thing.
You almost made it, but you're doing your best. You're putting in some effort, and so Badulan, as far as you can tell, the only thing that you can gather is that it's not from today. It's not fresh, but was it like 2 days old or 2 weeks? You have no clue. Could be either.
Okay.
And Ilya is just completely destroying the place, knocking over things, lifting up the mattress, not minding,
Nothing of interest here.
Yeah, and there's just nothing to find, and it's kind of frustrating, of course.
She's pretty disappointed, yeah.
It's almost like these cultists take effort in
What?
not leaving any clues.
The book club.
Sorry, book club. There's no cultists in Ashar.
Now what? And Ilya looks around at the other ones.
Yeah.
I'm looking outside. Would I be able to determine how long we have before that storm hits?
Yes, you, as a druid, seeing as the storm was already clearly visible in the distance, it would now be, I think, maybe an hour or so. And it's about 6 o'clock, I think.
So around the time that it will get pitch dark.
So it's kind of getting dark now. Give or take 1 hour, it will be fully dark and the storm will hit Ashar. And guessing from what is usual about these types of storms, which are called the Rogoon, is people will stay inside, hope for the best, and usually it passes in a few hours, and it just leaves a big mess. It's a large sandstorm.
When I see that approaching, and at that question of Ilya, I don't think if you want to do something, you have about half an hour to do something. Otherwise, we should go back to the inn. We shouldn't be outside when that hits, and she points out the window.
But if we wait it out, won't it be too late?
We'll be too late one way or the other. If we go into that storm in the darkness, into the desert,
it's not impossible.
We're dead.
But it's not going to be easy. Yeah.
Trust me, we've lost a lot of people because of this.
Ilya senses the seriousness of Namuldi in those statements, and she'll reluctantly, nod towards her and be like, okay, half an hour, well, back to the inn it is then.
Back to the Nomad and Crow?
Yeah, I guess so.
Alright, so you
But
make your way.
I want
yeah?
to be courteous, so I'll leave 1 bottle of wine because we destroyed her door.
You guys do such weird things like poisoning random bottles of water, leaving little presents for these people. It's nice. I like this. Yeah. So, all right. So you make your way back to the Nomad and Crow, and there you come upon Ariotem, who is always around, you know, managing his place. Let me see if I can quickly bring up Ariotem. Yeah. So Ariotem is the proprietor of the Nomad and Crow, which is quite a luxurious establishment. And I think you've spent 1 night here so far. It's still pretty early, and he says, good thing, come inside, come inside. I know you're not from around here, but mind that storm, it's gonna hit soon. You want anything to eat, to drink? And he's kind of immediately, you know, pointing to a table where he wants to maybe set you up for some dinner if you're interested.
Well, Ariotem, I would like to feast.
A feast? Well, you've come to the right place, my friend. A feast it shall be. You have the coin for such a feast? Just making sure if you're able to.
Of course. Ilya doesn't know how much it will cost, but
Okay,
he'll
cool.
be pretty
You-
confident.
You assume it cannot be more than 15 gold or 10, and you can pay that. So, all right. And he's like, Ariotem, you know, he immediately claps his hands. A feast for table 6. And his servants immediately scurry into the kitchen back, and he kind of chases them.
I'm
And,
going to approach him and say, how much gold is it actually?
A feast at the Nomad and Crow will cost you 15 gold pieces.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay.
So just so there's no, you know,
Oh, Ario.
confusion.
Per person. No, it's just
Ario.
kidding. No, that's a joke.
And
Yes.
surely an Ashar feast is not complete without a couple of bottles of water.
As a matter of fact, I have some of Dulmar. Sorry. Every week the same. A feast would not be complete without some of Dulmar's exquisite water. You can count on those being served, my friend.
I won't drink it.
And of course, they shall be drank in his honor. In his
best.
honor. So, but Ilya and Badulan, don't worry, there will be wine as well, of course. So, it will take you know, about 30 minutes, 45 minutes before things will be actually put on the table. But you know. You've got something in store here, so that will last you throughout the storm, probably. So as you all sit down here, the place is kind of quiet, though a bit busier than you've seen before because of the storm, probably. So people just sitting at their tables, minding their own business, having some talks, drinking some wine, and I'll leave it up to you what your plan is. I realize it's been a while that we last played. Do kind of think about some of the clues. I don't want to give anything away. Just know that, you know, time might be of the essence. So
What are you saying?
nothing.
Is that a
nothing.
subtle?
No, there's no. It's just.
Feels
you know.
like
Something about I don't know. I think we'll be absolutely fine. We're just going to finish his feast, and then tomorrow we'll just head home and leave this place.
This is probably the best idea.
yeah. We've seen the
Well-
temple. We've did what we come here to do. So
Totally valid.
Well, we were after some assistance and looking at a map. I believe we had a couple of places we could check out for their hideout, which would be upon a cliff.
Yes.
I think the best option would be to the south, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, so I'll grab this map really quickly for you all. So last time you talked about, I remember, the Mighty Cliff, which then turned out just to be like something that they call this cliff. There's no such thing as the Mighty Cliff. So there's a few of those south of Ashar. You know, and your best guess is somewhere inside one of those cliffs probably is a hideout. But this is a large area, like I told you. If you were to go to a specific place that you know where it is, it would take you an hour. And with the storm and all, you know, longer. And it's dangerous. Plus, if you want to scour the area, that's going to take you several hours at least. And, you know, you can take it, you know, take your best guess as to, you know, where the hideout might be. But I'll leave that up to you.
During the storm, it's not an option at all. I would
Yeah,
say.
and it's dark.
So
But-
let's feast. Drink,
Oh my
eat.
god, this is going to go so horribly wrong. All right, so you all feast, and eventually, after 30-40 minutes, Ariotem comes out. You know, he claps again, and his servants come, like 6 of them at a time, and they have these silver platters, and on them are like pigs, like entire pigs with an apple in their mouth. There's fish. There's all kinds of roots and potato-like vegetables. There's wine. There's extremely luxurious bottles of Dulmal's water, which are also inlined with silver and engraved, showing like Dulmar's profile on the side of the bottle. And this is all being set up in front of you. There's some roasted chicken, roasted vegetables, and anything else that you might be able to think of. No, so if you're vegetarian, it's probably not as much of a feast as you may have been led to believe, but there's no vegetarians in Ashar, so that's all fine. So what would you like to do besides eat?
Well, for Ilya, this just means to get her appetite for pleasure.
Oh yeah, right.
Because she's very annoyed, irritated by everything. I mean, no leads, and nothing. She was trapped in a
Dead end.
in a sort of the dimension, and indeed the dead end they find themselves now in is ultimately very frustrating. So she hopes that she'll get the chance to have some encounters with some cultists, because she'll be ready now for them.
So lots of drinking, lots of eating. I don't know
I'm
exactly what happens. You get some charges, or you just get some.
I think for the next 3 encounters, when I make a successful melee attack and roll a 10 on any of your action dice, you may roll all damage die twice and keep the highest results.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Zamia?
Now I'm just going to go over like Zamia. She writes everything down that she encounters as like one of her character traits. So like I'm going to eat a bit, but mostly I'm going to pore over all the clues, try to figure something out. I won't be able to, but
You're kind of desperate. You're all desperate for some. And meanwhile, while you're eating, all of a sudden you hear it, and it's like a thundering sound, you know, like maybe hundreds of elephants are running through the streets. But that's just the storm that just hit Ashar, and you hear this, and it's just this low rumbling sound, and there's like sand. You see this extremely high speed swirls of sand just passing by the windows, and you are now right in the middle of this storm that has hit the city, and now you understand perfectly well why these buildings are all so low and built from this solid rock with these small windows. That's happening now outside, as it also is completely dark. So it's kind of a what's the right word? Kind of, it's not creepy, but it's kind of
Ominous.
ominous. It's kind of ominous, you know, to be here, clueless, with the storm outside, the darkness setting in.
Can I stand in the doorway? I've closed the door behind me, but I'm on the outside, but still a bit sheltered.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to try, because we're stuck in Namuldi's mind. We're stuck. So what she does is trying to converse with Vadai and Vastor, since those are the two deities or spirits, higher beings.
No, they're deities.
That are closest related to it, to what's happening outside, and maybe try to discern what the next step has to be.
Kind of like
she has seen her fellow stargazers do something like this, and she never really believed anything.
Trying to see if you can find something out. Okay, so so how do you want to approach this? Like, because I'm thinking this is a hard roll. Because you're kind of praying to your gods, seeking a connection, but insight might work as well. So I'll leave it up to you in this case, you know, depending on the emphasis being on the connection with your deity or the asking of the questions. And so make me a roll. It's going to be difficulty 3. If you have anything related to religion, spiritualism.
I do
You
have
could
nature
use
and
it.
spiritualism.
Okay. Well then, let's see. Which of the two of those gods is somewhat related to nature?
Both of them are, I think, because Vadai is the shepherd of nature, and Vastor is the sand dragon.
Oh yeah, both would be appropriate. The sand dragon during this kind of storm. So, okay, you want to pray to both of them, or you want to pick one?
No, I think I want to pick Vastor because of the environment we're in.
Yeah.
Maybe it's manifestation in my mind of them being angry, or trying to tell us something, guide us, or stopping us, or kind of a sign.
Sounds solid. Okay. Pardon me. So yeah, difficulty 3, and definitely use your spiritualism as well.
What would that then be? Mystique or?
No, heart or insight.
Heart. Okay.
Heart or insight, your choice.
Heart or insight. Then I'm going with insight. So that's 6. An exhaustion doesn't apply to this.
You can do this. Oh wow! Very nice, very nice, very nice. Oh my god. Okay, so okay. Well, what is exactly what you're asking?
I'm asking him what to do next. If this is a sign for us to wait, do nothing, or to just that we have the answers, but we have to look at what we have, or if there's something we're missing.
Okay. So you are listening to the storm. You went up to the door, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you hear this low rumbling, the high-pitched noise of the sand that's blowing past the stones in the air. And through this, you seem to hear a very low-pitched whisper. You hear, "One more will be taken tonight." At midnight, something terrible will happen. Go to the southwest. And then that's it.
Okay, this is the first time that I actually probably have received an actual
Yes,
something, a
maybe
message.
maybe the times are dire, you know. Maybe something's up. Yeah.
So I'm kind of freaked out.
Yes, you
Um,
definitely might be, but it won't be madness inducing because it's not an evil entity. But at the same time, you also get the sense that those last words that Foster spoke were kind of cut off, as if maybe he had more to say, but then it just, you know, the connection, so to speak, just forcibly closed for some reason.
I think whatever the group is doing, but she is. You see a very distraught Namuli approaching, clutching a amulet she's wearing around her neck, and she looks like she's seen a ghost.
Is this before or is it during or after dinner, by the way?
I think during.
Okay.
She doesn't eat that much.
So, baby, who would be eating so intensely that they might not even see it? I imagine Ilya not even noticing, for example.
I think so. Yeah, Ilya's way too busy with.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, and the same goes for Badulan, probably.
Samia, Kasan, are you maybe looking up, taking notice of Namuldi?
I am very
I'm
deep
not
in my notes.
invested enough. I'm not invested enough in the food or the people to. I will notice, yes, and I will look up.
We have to stop it.
Namuldi.
But yeah, we have to stop it. I don't know what. I don't know. Something terrible will happen at midnight. We have to stop it. Someone else will be taken, and maybe it's one of us. I have no clue. I don't want that. Something southwest.
Southwest? I was
Is
thinking.
there is there something in the notes about southwest?
I was just
what's
looking
there?
at the map. I mean, the rocks like to the southwest are, you know, that it's 3 levels and a sort of triangular and triangle in our dreams. I mean, that's what I was thinking. Triangle shape, but might just be a coincidence.
We need to move. We need to move now.
Right now, in the storm.
We don't have much time.
Yeah, it's definitely about 7:30 now.
The spirit, the one you praise, the serpent, sand.
Dragon.
What's his name?
Tasker.
Dragon of the. If you tried seeking guidance, see if we can worm our way through the storm.
And you see a look on her face that she doesn't really believe what she's going to say next. But I think I spoke to him, or something like him. but he was cut off. Like something was holding him back. I don't know if he can protect us, but I can try. We can try.
I believe you, Emily.
We have to
If
try.
you say you'll stop it before tonight, then you shall have my axe.
And my bow, I've got a crossbow.
My
I saw this clip on YouTube the other day that apparently the only time Legolas speaks to Frodo in the entire trilogy is when he says,
yes.
"You have my bow."
Yeah.
Apparently, if you check all the
Yeah.
movies, they never have one conversation during
I know.
any of the movies again.
It
which
just
is-
shows up in the end when
This
Frodo
is,
wakes up and it's like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Oh, hey,
Oh yeah, no, that's the best thing in the movie. You see him like mouth all of their names, and then Legolas is there.
Yeah, it doesn't say his
Yeah.
name. It's so strange.
So there's a theory that he doesn't even know his name. It's the best.
Like
Yeah.
who is this random elf with a bow, right? Oh, he's probably also part of the party, right?
Yeah, that's Gimli's boyfriend, don't worry about it.
yes. Well, all right. So
Yeah.
yeah, what does the rest think? The storm is still going on. It's probably not gonna settle for 2 hours, at least.
Ilya probably look
How
at
late is it
Badelan
at this
and
point?
like, wow, this is so good. Did you try these? Delicious.
No,
No,
not yet.
Oh
wow.
How late is it at this point? Doomsayer?
7:30.
7:30. Then
PM.
we have about 5 hours. Could take a couple of hours. I
4.5.
agree. We should leave. We should leave quickly. But first, I need a minute, and I'll walk away from the feast to go to my room or whatever. I'm gonna shoot a quick prayer as well. And I will dedicate my prayer to what's his name?
Your
Agab, the Conqueror.
Agab the Conqueror. Yes. Good choice.
Agab, my enemy is clear, but I need your guidance. Where shall I point my wrath? Send me a sign.
Oh my God! Is everyone gonna do this? Okay, so now
Yeah.
Like, make me a roll. Okay, roll me.
Hell yeah, she just talked to God, okay?
Yeah,
if she
it's-
can do it, I can do it.
Let's do it. So
I'm gonna
roll
do it
me.
too.
It's a difficulty 3. Anything related to spiritualism, religion, you can use and make it. I think in your case, well, the way you're phrasing it, it's courage. I think, or insight. Depending on again where you want to put the emphasis.
Courage or insight there. Let's see. The only skill I have that might. Nah, I don't think that helps. It's monsters and myth, but that doesn't really. No. Then I'll go courage. And what difficulty?
3, because it's
3.
still talking to a deity. Ouch.
I roll 3 dice. I mean, I have 2 doom points. It's not like I'm gonna use them later, right? No, that's terrible.
No, so
I-
it appears to be silent from your end. It doesn't really mean that this god has abandoned you or anything. It just means it's just
Perhaps I'm just not looking good enough for the sign. I gotta look better.
Yeah, plus this town also seems to be under some kind of an influence, let us not forget. So, yeah.
Yeah, stuff. Yes. I I'm down. Whatever.
Next
Let's die
next
tonight.
prayer. No, just kidding. Let's not do that too much.
No, I'm gonna pray as well.
Oh my god!
Let's prayer train is fun. I'm just going to close my eyes and just whisper.
Yeah.
Zampaxeri, guide us to our prey. Donora, guide us through the night.
Ooh.
Wayne, I don't know. Guard us from their sights. And Zoxapel, make sure that we can deliver the justice with all the strength that we have.
I like this. Guide us through the night. I think in your case, let's make it a mystique roll and anything related to religion. Difficulty 3.
Don't have anything related to religion, but I've got mystique at least.
Whoa! Wow. And how many dice did you actually get to roll? 5.
5.
Oh, that's a good roll. Guide us through the night.
Yeah, and also I asked the hunter spirits to guide us to our prey, the night spirit to guide us through the night, the shadow spirits to guard us from sights, and the warrior spirits to give us strength to deliver.
You do seem to have all the right spirits for this moment in time. So, okay, let's do it. You know, so you hear this ominous whisper come to you, and it says, "You shall be guided. Let blood flow in my honor." And that's what you pick up?
You shall be guided, let blood flow in my honor. Okay.
Now the question is, you know, what form would that guidance take? Perhaps a leap of faith is required.
Oh no. Oh no. No.
It's time to go into the sandstorm. Let's do it.
And yeah, because if you'll wait it out, you know, it might be 10, 11 in the evening.
That's too late.
I'm
Probably.
going to when Kassan has left, and so I'm trying to get the attention of Ilya and Badolan
you are totally into the feast.
by just frantically almost shouting at them.
What's the matter? Ilya,
We need to go.
We need to go where?
We have till midnight. I don't
What?
I don't know. To the
What are you-
southwest.
What
That's
are
where
you
we need
talking
to
about?
go.
You were the one who said we shouldn't go into that
I know.
storm.
I know what I
spirits-
said, and now I said something different.
The spirits will guide us. I've heard.
Spirits.
What she says. Let's go.
And Ilya's just looking at the table like there are still so many things she
Yeah.
would like to
Do-
try.
Yeah.
You got a doggy bag?
It's the table with all of the stuff on the table, the entire feast. Is there
Mhm.
like also like a tablecloth? It's nice, right? It's nice. There's
Yes.
a tablecloth. right?
Yes, it's nice.
I'm gonna just grab.
Oh
by
my
the
god,
point,
no!
Pull it all up and pull it with us. Yeah.
And
For the road, doggy bag. Like you said.
Ariotem is looking at you. He's like, "Why did you make such a mess?"
I'll just give him 20 gold.
Hey.
Come on. And he picks up, there's this bottle of Dulmar's water that's broken on the floor.
It's an emergency.
No.
Ariotem sheds a tear. That was the last of his water.
No.
That's why I paid 5 gold extra. Let's go.
And he's just, you know, he has his hands in his hair and he just calls out some servants, starts cleaning up. He's like, "Why would you do this? Come on." Whatever. You going out in this storm? Are you certain?
We need to. We need to go.
I think Ilya is smiling. Yes, we are certain.
And Ariotem is kind of, you can just see in his face that he's thinking, such a strange bunch of people, you know, like he doesn't understand it at all. But he's like, okay, fine. So you all go out into the storm, or?
Anagdir and Torin will guide us. And I think Ilya is just happy to do something.
That's yeah.
If it's going into the storm at night.
So Zamia, do you take up the lead?
Yes.
All right. So when you're inside, the sound of the storm has this like muffled sound, you know, like a blanket is pulled over it. As soon as you just open this door, first of all you have to make yourself outside quickly, because otherwise, you know, sand's gonna blow inside really fast.
The servers are cleaning up already.
You go outside and it's almost like you have to put some piece of cloth in front of your face, just, you know, this little bit of your eyes maybe that you can get out to see in the darkness. You go outside and this immense noise just envelops you, you know, all around you. The rumbling on the floor, the high-pitched sounds that just pass by. Now and you feel it kind of cutting your skin as the sand just kind of, you know, blows past you, touches the bare skin. And then, of course, the question is, do you have any source of light, maybe? Because it is pitch. I mean, right now you can still see some light burning inside of other houses, faintly through this storm. As soon as you would leave the city, it will be pitch black.
We will be guided by the spirits of the night and of shadow.
Okay. Well, if that's enough, then
I do have torches, but they're not very useful in the storm.
No, I don't think so. Well, spirits it shall be, I guess. And you
Zamia's all in on those.
Oh yeah, I'm just still clutching my amulet, just hoping that Fastor helps me in any way, shape, or form.
This really feels like the pilgrimage at the end of time. So you're all making an effort, you know, with you know, disregarding the safety for your own lives, going into the dark, going into the storm. You can kind of sense the directions that you're going while you're inside of the city. You want to make it through the south gate, I assume, because you want to. Okay, so you make it to the south gate, and then Zamia, as you're in front of the group, all of a sudden there's just a wall of darkness, right? There's nothing as far as the eye can see but darkness and sand, right? Occasionally there's a flash of lightning far in the distance that kind of like just for a millisecond kind of lights up everything, and it's just an ominous spectacle, as if some evil gods are toying with your fates. And you kind of hear a whispering sound that seems to want to guide you through this storm, and you get a sense that there's somehow there is room for you. You feel as if there is a thinness within the sand and the storm where you can step and pass, as if you're moving through a dense forest and you're finding some kind of a path, and you move along these leaves, and you just feel that there is less resistance in some direction. So what do you do?
I follow the sensation.
You follow this sensation. All right. So as you continue to do so, there is this sort of supernatural whispering going on, and a sort of a guidance that leads you all south. And let me show you which way. So you're going this way. And then here and here. But it takes you, you know, at least like 20-30 minutes before you arrive around this area. And at that point, just considering the storm and the environment, I do want to ask you all to make a toughness roll. Anything related to surviving out in the wild, harsh environmental conditions, you can.
Does my natural explorer apply with this? Because desert is my favorite.
Sure. I guess it can apply here, and make that exhaustion roll. And if you don't make it, you will all get at least some damage from this.
I'm going to roll 5.
Can I use my wilderness exploration skill with that?
Yeah, but it's a difficulty 3.
Yeah.
And with an exhausted condition, then it's a die less, right?
Yeah, because it's toughness. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to roll 5 with the doom points. Ooh, I want to re-roll. Because I got 110 and 4 on the dice, so I'm going to...
Oh yeah, that's difficult.
Oh, then it makes sense. Yeah.
No, you know,
Yeah.
this is typical. This is all character building.
Wow.
Really?
Okay, so you all take 5 piercing damage.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Holy.
But do check your armor.
And that is reduced by armor?
Yeah.
Piercing. Oh, okay.
Yeah, in this case it is, because it's from the sand blowing.
Oh, yeah.
So it does protect you.
Oh, it's working. Still failing.
yeah, then I'm gonna take an injury with that because otherwise
I'm sure I'm fine.
An injury? You've suffered an injury?
Do I? Yeah, I don't know. I need to take off 4.
Let me check your character sheet.
Well, oh, I had this.
Yeah.
Was there any damage reduction possible?
Oh, and how much damage do you take? Because you've
Armor.
got piercing.
Piercing,
So
yeah.
you take 4 damage.
Do
So
I need to have bruises first, or?
No, you can take 2. You can mark 2 of those 2 damage boxes to take 4 damage, or 1, 2, and 2 of 1. And even if you take a wound, you can mark a wound for 3 damage and a bruise for 1 damage. You don't
Yeah, exactly.
you don't take an injury. You only take an injury
Oh, sorry, yes.
once those are all filled up. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I will do that.
And for those watching, we are currently hard at work at making some minor changes and updates to the game, which we will reveal on our Discord soon, and which many of our community and people who are playtesting the game are getting involved in, sharing their opinions and their thoughts on this. And one of the things that's going to be changed slightly is this bruises and wounds system, making the game slightly harder. And slightly less cumbersome to tick all those boxes. And yeah, you're looking like harder. Why would it be? Yeah, it's gonna be.
It's hard enough like it is now.
Yeah. So all right, so you take some damage and you keep following this voice. You keep feeling Zamia within the storm, which is now actually slowly subduing slightly in its entirety, but it's still pitch black outside in the dark of night. So you make your way here across this area, and here I'm just pointing to it, and then I need to move it quite a little bit, and you go all the way up here, and that's when I want to ask for one more of those rolls, as you are still in a dangerous place. So please make me the same roll again, and I hope my D6 is gonna turn up a 1. I'm praying for you.
I'm going to roll 5 again. There we go.
Ouch! Ilya! Oh my god, no!
3 dice and a difficulty 3. That's
That's why I'm rolling 5. I would
pretty
have had
unlikely.
2.
Yeah, okay, so
Yeah.
so a d6 piercing damage 3. And then for those who suffered a setback, you also add another d6. So 3 damage and 5 damage for those who
Can
suffer
I
the
ask,
setback.
is that correct with Natural Explorer? Additionally, you cannot suffer a setback for any such action rules while you're on chosen terrain. Does that mean that setback doesn't apply here, or does it?
What is such rolls? Refers to
All action rules made related to travel, exploration, foraging, navigation, hunting, and keeping watch.
Oh yeah, then you cannot suffer the setback. Yeah, good. So
Okay.
you don't suffer a setback. Yeah.
And for those that succeeded, we still take damage?
No, if you succeed, you suffer. No. No, that would be very mean.
Great.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, it would. I agree.
So, eventually, you go here, and that's when the voice stops, Samia. No more whispers, no more, creating of some sort of a path in front of you, no divine guidance. And you see this enormous cliff which you've already passed alongside its outer walls for at least 15 minutes. As you made your way around it, you're now kind of here at the southern not the southernmost point, but somewhere here, and
Where?
you see a strange growth that clings to the cliff's surface, almost as if it is defying the harsh, arid climate of Athenia. A tangle of thorny vines, twisted and gnarled, punctuated by the occasional burst of colorful flowers. And that's where you somewhere end up.
Well, it seems like a sign. Let's go. And Baudouin tries to climb towards those vines, if that's possible.
Yeah, so you kind of they're not high up, so you kind of make this small little climb across some rubble, some low-lying rocks, and there's this bush. And as you arrive there, what would you like to do? It's within your grasp.
Do they
And it's
seem
still
natural
extremely
in any way?
no, so it's
really
so
fit in the surroundings.
it's so dark that making out any kind of details, it's the only way you were able to spot these bushes in any case is because there's the occasional lightning flash. So then it's dark again. So then there's a lightning flash, give or take a minute, and then it's dark again. So it's I'll leave it up to you. It's more like you're more like feeling it with your hands, I guess. Trying not to hurt yourself on the thorny vines. I mean, I don't want to put any ideas in your minds, but I think, lighting some kind of a torch is going to be inevitable at this point.
Yeah, but isn't
I
the
will light a
storm
torch.
still blowing?
I know, but you'll have to manage to maybe put up some thing to, I don't know.
Okay.
We can. What direction is the wind blowing?
Is it relevant?
South? No, it's very relevant, Kassan. Very relevant. It's blowing
Because if
south.
it's going south, if it's blowing south, then we're sort of
Yes, yes, yes. So
sheltered
there's
from the
yeah,
wind.
yeah. Still not a good place to be, but definitely a little bit less windy than in the open terrain.
Okay, I'll
Okay.
light a torch. And I will deal with any complications that might entail.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm just gonna assume that someone is helping you and that they're like holding maybe something to, block the wind, maybe a piece of cloth or whatever, or a shield. Badelaan has a shield, for example.
Yeah.
Light this torch just to give you an idea underneath this shield. Once a torch is burning, it doesn't it's not easily extinguished. So you can now have a look near these thorn bushes, and it does seem that there is some kind of a crevice or a passage just behind it.
Do you think you can burn him away?
I believe we can certainly try. And I will certainly try to burn them away.
All right, so there shall be burning of bushes atop a hill. And no, just kidding.
So much bush.
Yeah. And okay, so you light this fire. It's kind of difficult to get those bushes burning, but they're dry, and eventually, despite the wind, you kind of remove them in this way, and there does appear to be a narrow corridor, one might say, a corridor that leads inside this mighty cliff. And that's where we'll end this. No, just kidding. Anyone care to go inside? I mean, it's.
Following
I will
the
take the
torch.
lead. My abs will protect me.
You guys sure? So you'll take the lead. You're first in marching
Yeah.
order. Who's last in marching order?
Yes, sure.
I'll go last.
You'll go last. And who's second? That's about all I need to know, I guess. First, second, and last.
I'll probably be second.
Okay, Kassan in front, Badelaan second, Samia in the back. And then once you go inside, of course, it is extremely dark at first, but you have your torch with you, and as the torch flickers and illuminates the walls of this small corridor, now finally your ears get some rest as the extremely noisy storm kind of subdues, disappears into the background as you move inside this cave. The walls press in on you. Eventually the noise of the storm fades further and further, and you then just up ahead catch a faint glimmer. It's a flicker of torches, it appears, down some stairs. So there's not like a large stairs, but you catch this sort of hewn from the natural rock. There's some stairs. There's maybe like 12 steps going down, and then there's a small corner, and there's a flickering of torchlights that just illuminates that corner.
Well, before I move ahead, I want to make very clear I'm keeping an eye out both for tracks to see if other people have been here recently, and for traps. Because if this is the hideout of a cult, traps would not surprise me.
Very astute. Make me actually an awareness roll. And
Okay.
anything related to investigating, spotting, traps you can use. Kind of feel your way along the walls, looking, putting your torch, seeing if there's any weird slits. Maybe
My awareness is pretty good, but
I should hope so if you're first in marching order.
yeah, you know, I have trapper tools. That's not exactly a skill, but it's apparently an item I have.
Yeah, no, those are of no use to you.
Let's see, hunting, tracking, and balance acrobatics, maybe.
No, none of those. No.
I mean, if you want to check for traps, then for tracks, then tracking.
No, tracking
Said
is
you
like
were-
tracking people in a
Tracking
forest,
okay.
following,
creatures,
yeah.
Okay, so okay, then just awareness. What difficulty?
Difficulty 2.
Down.
Wow. How many?
Yeah,
What's
you
your
know, I get-
awareness? 5. Oh, you're no. There's
5. Yeah.
3
easy.
tens. Nice.
Easy.
3 tens.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's incredible.
3 tens? My
Three
God.
No
tens.
biggie.
Wow. No biggie. It's it's what I do.
Yeah.
It's,
You know, my average is still very bad, so it's fine.
You were saving
You
it up
cancel
for
it
this
out a little
moment.
bit.
So
Exactly.
now at this point you do not seem to find any traps or anything suspicious here, though I can assume, since it's safe, that you press on for a little bit and peer along this corner, and then I want to show you where you end up. Just give me 1 second. As I do something on Roll20 which I have never done before, I have some kind of fog of war.
Ah,
Oh.
Well, we didn't see anything, so it's
Apologies,
working.
apologies for
It's
my.
working.
Okay,
Hey.
do you see anything now?
Yes.
And what was it again that I can use to point you guys to some spot on the map? Press and hold, right?
if you want to drag it, I think shift and click hold. If you want to.
Oh yes, nice. So now I've centered you along this place. And as you make your way inside, you see there's 3 doors actually opposite you. Not only that, but within the dimly lit confines of this ominous chamber, there's a chill breeze that seems to caress your skin as you enter, as if the breath of this long forgotten tomb stirs to the passages beyond. These doors, the one in the middle is actually a fairly sturdy metal door, and the ones on the left and the right are made of, well, they're still sturdy, but they are made of wood and definitely different than the one that's sitting in the middle. Let me see. The walls also bear warning. They carry a mark that was clearly etched into them far more recently than any of the other symbols, because on the walls here you seem to, there's like sort of tribalistic symbols that have like long faded with age. They look like they're maybe thousands of years old, but like much newer is another symbol that has been painted multiple times in multiple spots on the walls here. And let me see if I can show you this mysterious symbol that has been painted on the walls. Oh. And this is something that you encounter. This symbol. So there's also some pillars in this room, each of them etched with some bizarre carvings. Those are the ones that look much older. You see intricate designs resembling some kind of bipedal beings or creatures with twisted limbs and gnarled claws. These pillars themselves seem to writhe and shift in the flickering torchlight as if possessed by some kind of dark magic, and there's this ominous and foreboding atmosphere that just seems to hang in the air as you enter into this place. But other than that, there's no cultist or book club representative in sight. So what would you like to do?
Do you want to go for the big door first?
Ilya will just nod. She's just happy to be out of the storm because she really had to grit her teeth with
We're out
the
of
pain
storm.
of
You know what this
the
means?
sand.
I open up the tablecloth with all of the food beautifully preserved in the silk. I can finally eat again.
Picnic.
I think with
Hell
with
yeah.
the storm going on outside, I think that even if you were to have tried that, you know, a lot of sand in your pork.
You know, we're tough. I love kind of, you know, gritting my teeth on roasted chicken.
With
All right,
some-
so where are we headed? So what's the plan?
Okay, so 3 doors. Any clue? Because what, like, it's like a riddle.
Well, I don't know.
It is to be. It is a trick. Why would you have 3 doors? Except if they lead to 3 different places. Wait.
Don't they always?
Wait.
Was there anything that
Then-
stood out
Hmm.
different from
Well,
from the three doors?
the middle the middle door, if you take a closer look, it seems to be etched with some carvings depicting Munagi spirits coming for the souls of the dying on that metal door.
Mm-hmm.
And the other 2 doors are actually
Fascinating.
quite plain wooden doors. And this one seems to be a thick metal door with a lock on it. The other ones also have locks, by the way.
My gut tells me it is the middle one. The one with the fancy pictures.
No,
Zamia,
I-
you're good with locks. Why don't you do your trick?
when you say good with locks, then Ilya will perhaps be like,
I'll certainly try.
The middle
You
door?
got this.
Apparently, yes. Although I'm sure that it'll be the hardest one to pick.
Yeah, that it is definitely the hardest to pick. So it's a difficulty 4. But
Well,
you
fuck
know,
me.
the usual applies. It's a dexterity roll. You have I think you have a skill for this: mechanisms, traps, lock.
Yes, it is. But I'll be rolling 4 dice.
What? How?
Because I'm exhausted. I've got 4
Yes.
dexterity, so that's 4, and then plus 1 for mechanism and traps.
Yeah, and then
a
it's
body
4
skill,
again.
So, yeah.
Well, you always can spend a doom point.
That's only 1 extra. I'm going to try. Maybe I'll be lucky. Probably won't. I won't.
Oh.
Okay,
Well, you can
I can
still
re-roll that. I got 110, so I'll re-roll.
All right, let's go. Come on. Re-roll. Oh my god. So much doom points for nothing. All gone to waste.
And me.
Probably will in a minute.
Yeah, that sucks.
And yeah. And that's 1 lockpick less. All right. I mean,
So-
I am not a player, so I cannot really, nudge you towards one thing or another. But feel free
Well,
to.
what about
Try
backup lockpicks?
knocking. Are we
about
sure that
second
we are
lockpick?
alone?
What about second lockpick? Yeah, I mean, second lockpick seems to be Ilya's expertise, which is bring the
Yeah,
door
but
down.
she's
Plan-
looking at that
plan
steel
C,
door and she
that's for
doesn't
cutting
think
down.
Yeah.
that will, cut it, literally and figuratively.
Okay. Well, wait. I'm going to,
Could be
I'm going to
noisy
try
also,
something.
Mm.
I'm going to try something genius.
Ooh.
I'll try to open the door. Maybe it's not locked. Maybe it's just a lock, and it's not locked actually.
I mean, after
Could
all,
be.
nobody tried.
You have
Nobody
to pull,
tried.
not push, right? So
So you tried to open the door?
Well, hold on a second.
What
you
is this?
touch
the
door?
door?
Wait, do you want
You
me to
wanna
open the door?
I'll open the door. Stand back, everyone. I'll open this door with my hands. And I'll open the door.
No, as much as I would have liked to have said, like, and the door opens, it's really locked. It's, sorry. It would have been nice, but no.
Dang.
Ilya then walks to the door on the left.
Yeah, that might be another door in.
Yeah, sounds like a plan. What do you want to do, Ilya?
So you'll just first have a look at the door and. Well,
Yeah, this one seems quite destructible. You know, it's definitely sturdier than Amara's apartment entrance, but yeah, you know, a difficulty 3 to knock this down.
Yeah, well, she wants to be careful, so she looks at Zamia and
That does
Damn,
make
yeah.
sound, of course. Yeah.
can you see if there are any traps on this door?
I'll go and investigate.
All right, make an awareness roll. Mechanisms, traps.
What's the difficulty?
Oh, difficulty 2.
Okay. Okay. See, that's. I can roll.
You
I
don't
can roll. I
find
can.
you don't
No,
find anything suspicious.
Seems clear.
Then let's first try the door normally before we want to pick lock it or.
Yeah, it's locked.
Your way or my way?
Ah.
I can try it my way, but I haven't been performing, so it's the lack of sleep, good
Step
sleep. It's
aside.
got me exhausted.
And Ilya just goes for it again with her axe against the door.
Ouch. Okay, nice. Okay, so you attempt to bash in this door.
Mhm.
And, well, alright. Difficulty 3. A strength roll.
Okay. My God! How bad can you roll with 6
Oh,
dice?
wow.
The true enemy of every adventurer. Doors.
A doom roll. I'll.
No,
Can't say
it's
it's
a
a setback.
It's a setback.
Oh, it's a setback.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course. My God.
Alright, well, I mean...
I'm gone for just a second. Come on, guys.
I know what the setback will be, but I will not tell you yet. What do you want to do next? As you stand in front
I think
of this...
I know what it is.
Well,
They heard us.
Yeah. Me too.
As you're
but-
knocking on the door.
Well, my ex doesn't seem to cut it.
Can't we just burn it down?
Burn it down. That will create a lot of smoke and. Does that seem to be wise here underground or?
Okay, maybe not. I'm going to check the other door.
Alright.
All right. Ilya accompanies Badulan.
Alright, so I'm gonna move, because you've got these nice little tokens. I'm gonna... Ilya, Badulan, you are here.
Yeah, I can't move my token. I can't.
Really?
No, me neither.
Yeah, no,
Oh, wow.
we can't move her own.
Only you can move them.
Probably not.
Yeah, maybe if I
Doomslayer.
drag. Maybe if I drag my token onto
Oh,
the.
no,
Okay,
no.
I can. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can. I drag my own token into it, and I can move it around. So if you.
I could just make it, you know, available for all players now. So these can be controlled by all
Okay.
players. You know, again, for those watching, I am definitely not... It's been a while as well. So now, if I'm not mistaken, everyone should be able to control all tokens.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
I thought I did set it that way, but
Yes, sir.
so
And I start with checking the door, listening,
mhm.
whether I can see, or whether I can hear someone on the other side.
Yes, but I actually wanted to ask at this point in time, Zamia, Kassan, and Namuldi, make me an awareness roll, difficulty 4.
Oh my.
Hmm. Is there anything that could be added to this?
No.
Yes, like spotting danger.
Hmm. Yeah, no. Because cloak and shadows, that's for doing
Yeah,
things
that's
that
for doing
prevents
it
it.
yourself. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's one of
that's,
those things I'll also update in the new edition of the game, so that's just a little bit more clearer what you could roll in this case.
So, no, I'm not going to.
All
Two more
right.
doom points. I've got 2 more doom
So
points.
then,
No.
my guess is that you all probably are not noticing.
They opened the door for us!
Oh, they're so kind.
Knocking hell!
Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about, Jair. This is a good thing.
Yeah, is this a good? Is it? Is
They're
it?
leading the way.
Yeah,
they're leading.
they're leading the way, but also they've got the jump on you because you first of all, this is of course because Ilya made a lot of noise and suffered a setback, and there were some people in the corridor behind that definitely picked up on that. So immediately you see these robed figures wearing masks, and let me just quickly pop up a nice image so you get an idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice masks.
Oh, I love that ours. Looks great.
Yeah, it's like
Wonderful, really.
an ivory, white ivory mask, and oh, by the way, they're not actually carrying this staff, which is reserved for a particular cultist, not all of them. But this is kind of the idea of what you're seeing, and well, let me see. At this point, I think. With you all inside, let me just guess. I don't think there's even gonna be words. It seems pretty clear you are intruding, and that you don't belong here. So, let's see what happens. All right. So, this initiate of the flesh immediately leaps forward, targets Namuldi. And let me
why?
see. Let me roll a d10 and see what it's going to do.
I feel a bit guilty, guys. I mean, a failure from
Fuck.
my side with a setback, and then you guys are jumped by these.
Yeah. And then
That lays
okay,
on
so
your
it's
conscience forever.
Yeah, I know.
a vicious slash. So it takes out a blade. It approaches you and it makes a vicious slash at you. Roll me to defend difficulty 3. So you can choose how you want to defend, of course. I'll
To
leave that up to
be,
you.
I think that I'll notice it on the very last second. So I think that's more logical to do that on a reflex
Sure.
than on dexterity. That's my worst stat, but thematically it makes more sense.
No, it's reflex, and then you add your you can add your weapon skill.
Okay, cool. So that would be my
As you kind of lunge backwards and try to defend yourself. Difficulty 3.
okay. So that would be 3 dice.
Oh, that's not looking good.
No.
All right, so you take 1d6 plus 1.
D20.
4. You take 4 slashing damage and you suffer bleed.
Oh,
Bleed 1, so whenever you take damage now, you'll take 1 extra damage due to the bleed.
I'm. Bye, guys.
And this disciple of bones is also, well, no, let's say that it stays back a bit. And it's going to cast a spell. Let me check this.
Nah, I ain't into those magic shenanigans.
Yes. Yes, it's going to cast a crushing embrace of Emperor Lamon on you, Kassan. And you feel you feel your bones starting to compress or even break, causing excruciating pain that emanates throughout your entire body. Please make me a defense roll, or you take some damage. But let's first see if you can manage. So toughness, in this case. Oh no, wait! It's you touch.
Toughness,
My apologies. No, that's I need to move it here. It's my mistake. So you can defend yourself against this because it's a touch attack. So you can use your weapon skill. Yeah, toughness or reflex. So maybe it's worth explaining this. So toughness or reflex are the two abilities that you can use to defend yourself, depending on your approach.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna force myself through it a bit. Just kind of try to shrug them off. So that would most definitely be toughness. And then I'm allowed to use my combat skills, weapon skills. You said?
Yeah, but it's because he's it's like a spell attack, right? So you defend against
Yeah, he's
it.
in my face.
If he was at a distance
Then
casting something at you, it would be a different story.
Okay, then I'll use my unearned skill, which is 2 points, and my toughness is 5, so I'll throw 7 against what difficulty?
Difficulty 2.
Well, this should be pretty doable, right?
Don't
7
jinx
against
it.
2.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Oh my god! All right.
I'm fine.
Okay, so he used one.
You always have some tens among your die rolls. Wow.
So alright, so you feel as he tries to touch you, you feel this compression of your bones and this agony, but you kind of, just push him aside as you defend yourself, and it doesn't quite take hold. At this point, what else would the rest, or what would you like to do? I'm assuming Ilya and Badulan are a little bit later in reacting to this than you three are.
First, I will distract him, throwing a cloth, and then I will discombobulate him by smashing him on both of his ears.
Nice, okay, so difficulty 2 to hit him.
Okay, and that will be my strength. I'll do, and I have more artist, so that's no negative piece.
Cool.
And what difficulty? Difficulty
Yeah.
2, you said.
Both of these are difficulty 2 enemies. Well,
Classic.
No tens this time. Wow.
how interesting.
Man.
No.
I think a nice
No way,
setback in
Shane.
this case would be, you're trying to hurt him really bad, and you you slip, and you fall, and you're prone on the floor right now. You don't hit him, and let's say
Oh yeah, no.
you also take a D4 damage, bludgeoning damage, 2 damage.
Classic.
Yeah, you kind of see him as you falling prone. He also takes some distance and slowly tries to move towards that metal door, but it's not his turn, so it's more like an idea that you're getting. All right. Anyone else?
Can I react to that?
Sure, that's what it's
What
all about.
happened?
There's no initiative. Do whatever you want. I mean, unless you've taken a turn, that is, this round.
I-
So.
I would want to, because I got cut really badly, I want to use my bark skin, which is a bonus action,
Yeah, you can do that.
to
Yeah.
sturdy up.
All right. So you use your bark skin. I think you still have to roll for it. So you'll first have
Yeah,
to do that.
difficulty 2 for
Yeah.
wisdom, so that's 5. Oh,
Nah,
there you
no,
go.
that's easy. Oh wow, 6. That
Oh, plus
that also
4.
helps. You get like
Yeah,
8 resilience or 10 resilience.
10 resilience and cannot suffer bleed, poison, or withered.
Huh? Nice.
Does that take away the bleed that I already have?
No, it does not. But you cannot
Okay.
suffer anymore
That's
or
right.
again or yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
That's
that's a nice one. Yeah, and you still haven't taken a turn, so you can do that now or whenever else you want.
I'll think you see her skin just getting a little bit thicker.
It's like tree
in a way.
bark is forming on the
A
Malua's
little
skin.
bit.
Yeah.
Some small flowers maybe on her wrist. She like that.
Nice detail.
And she's just going to try to swap that. I don't know what weapon they used, but
Yeah,
I'm
this
trying
this
to.
particular individual used this particular fanatic club book member has a jambija, which is a curved dagger. Particularly a slashing dagger.
Same as I use.
No, slashing and piercing, by the way. Yeah.
Then I'm going to try to just swat it out of their hand.
Oh, nice one. Okay, so make an unarmed attack.
So that's strength, I guess.
Yeah.
Difficulty
2.
that works.
Wow. All right, so you just disarmed this. Wow. Okay, that's nice. So you see as you I don't know, you're punching it or kicking or
Yeah.
like this, you make this movement, so because he just stabbed you and the jambija just goes flying through this corridor and it ends up somewhere here, pretty far away, not easily reached. Zamia, maybe before we turn to Ilya and Badulan, because normally there's like no initiative order, but you two were so occupied doing something else. So Zamia.
I'm going to twist my fingers and forming a mystic pattern and use Kaiju Kiri.
Ooh, Kaizukiri, it's time. The time has come.
So yeah.
And what happens then?
Well, then if I successfully defend against an opponent's melee attack to gain damage, so that's a fun thing.
I remember, yeah.
And then I will take my Jambaya and move between the door and this book club member, and just quickly try to attack.
That is difficulty 2, so make your attack. You're using your Jambija, I assume, so it's dexterity roll and your weapon, your dagger skill.
Yes. 4, 2, and then 5 because exhausted. Oh, that's so annoying.
Yeah, that sucks, but still.
Okay.
Oh, you make it,
cool.
yeah. Alright, so you can deal your damage, roll some damage, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's the slashing, and after that I can make a swift attack using momentum. But first the damage. Oh wait, I should have just rolled the damage there. But it's fine. 2 damage. That's slashing.
Ooh, unfortunately, it does seem
That's
like this is getting caught up in his sort of leather armor suit that he's wearing underneath his robes. Yeah.
Yeah, and my swift attack, so swiftly, I just slashing that, try to.
Yeah, so make one strike back. Yeah, okay, so you can make another attack.
Yeah, that's again the same.
All right,
okay.
and let's roll damage and some more this time.
Oh wait, it should have been +2 to the other one.
Oh, that
I
was
put the
+2?
+2.
Okay, no problem. Then he gets 2 damage, yeah. Yes, because you do add. It's
Yeah.
my mistake
Yeah.
as well. I wasn't thinking
Fine.
clearly. So, yeah, you get the extra damage from your combat skill as well. Yeah. So now so I've wrote down 2 damage and now.
And this
That's-
one will be piercing, but I think that's the same with defense. But
Yeah. Nice. So it's now it's the total already. So that's 5 damage piercing. So it becomes 3. All right. So you've got you've hurt him pretty bad. Definitely doesn't look like he's gonna drop down any minute. But is wounded. With one hand grabbing his stomach, where you made some cuts. So definitely, this is having an effect on these 2 book club members. Ilya and Badulan.
Ilya will probably shout to Badulan, help Namuldi, and she runs towards where Kasan is lying on the ground, and he jumps over him, and then with her battle axe, she'll try to
Now we'll
Not
see
sure whether this
some
is
real
possible.
damage being dealt, folks. Watch this unfold.
with the different
Setback.
rules that I made.
So you're going for the initiate or the disciple?
The one who struck Kasan. That's
the
I
disciple.
believe.
Okay, yeah. So Kasan is on the floor. Samia is engaged with this disciple who's trying to make his way through the metal door. You're jumping on there, and let's see what happens. I assume you're gonna swing your battle axe. It's difficulty 2.
Okay. Alright, still exhausted.
Finally, Ilya, finally.
Well, let's see. Here we go.
Can you hear the crowd cheer?
Whoa!
Yes? Okay, that's a hit.
It's a hit.
Yeah.
It's a hit.
It's
yeah.
a hit. Roll some damage.
Alright, here we go. Yeah. And once again,
Did you?
I can use it
Oh.
twice, so
Well, you're
The best
lucky
result
because you
worked.
rolled a 1 on the d10 in the first one. So I think you can use the highest one, right? So it's 6 damage.
yeah, exactly.
That's a good one now because that's a 1, right? Must be.
Mm-hmm.
You rolled
Yeah.
a 1, yeah. So 6 damage. It's what kind of damage? Slashing?
At least I'm saying that. Yeah, I had a 10 in my attack roll. So, sorry, what was your question?
What
Is
type of damage?
Cleaving it is.
Oh, cleaving. Nice. So 1 more. Okay, so yeah, he's definitely almost down now. Like.
And that's not all. She wants to use her ferocious strike. She'll spend a blood point to strike him once again.
Nice. All right, let's go.
So
End it.
here we go. Once again. And the damage.
Wow. Okay, let me just take a quick look. Yeah, no. How would you like to do this?
Well, she also wants to use now her witness me trait, where she's looking at the other opponent,
Yeah.
and she'll just strike him with the battle axe, and then she'll strike the battle axe right into the head of this guy, and she'll really hold the corpse of that guy in her hands while she throws it at the other one.
Oh, I
as a
like
show
it.
of force.
Yeah.
Like
All right. So corpse is being thrown this way as a show of force and intimidation. Witness me. And then I think you can roll something, right? And maybe get back some blood points from your trait.
yeah, it's when you defeat an enemy in a particular bloody and gruesome way while having dealt the brunt of the damage to them, heal 3 damage and make a courage roll using your intimidation or Olympian skill. On a success, gain 1 blood point if another enemy witnessed you. It helps
Cool.
if you show off, flex your muscles, let them know they are next.
Cool. Let's do it.
So
I'm just looking at this.
let me have a look. Courage and okay.
So just copy this from the book.
What's my courage? Okay. My exhausted condition. Does that count for the intimidation, or
Well, I mean,
you could go either way? But
since you're doing it with strength, I guess it kind of counts. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, then. Wow. That's.
Oh no, my
nice roll.
apologies, but you made it anyway. No, but you're making a courage roll. It's just exhaustion is only body abilities, right? So only strength.
Okay.
So courage is courage. It's not related.
Well, I take this
You,
one.
you made it anyway, so yeah. All right, so this one is. Let me think. There's this way to indicate. Yes. No longer alive. Badulan, I think you're the only one who hasn't taken a turn yet. What is going to happen? What will we see from our trusted guardian, who is
Well,
not at all at a party at this point? But let's just.
the
not...
initiate is still remaining, right?
Yeah. He's
Okay,
alive
yeah.
and breathing. In fact, this initiate has not been harmed yet, except only disarmed.
Is he distracted by his comrade now being? Well,
He
dead?
is. I mean, he is definitely distracted, but there is a rule in Blood and Doom that you don't really get edge, so we don't really do the whole what's it called in D&D, like
Flanking.
and that sort of. But there is. I think Zamia has this trait or power that she can get where it does work, but
Okay.
no.
No, but that's okay. I'm going to hit him in the head with my shield.
Shield bash.
At least that's what I'm going to try. So that's a strength.
Difficulty
4,
2.
Difficulty 2. I am exhausted, so that's 5.
Yeah, that's being exhausted in this lair is kind of, but you're still managing. 2 successes, okay. Roll some damage.
That's a d6 plus 2. That's bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, 4 bludgeoning damage. So he takes 3. All right, so the initiative is now alone, and
Ilya's looking at him with her axe
Yeah.
pointing towards him like you're
because
next.
you're here, Namuli is here, all barked, skinned up. Badulan is making some crazy moves, so I think definitely he'll start shouting, "Intruders! Intruders in the lair! Get out here!" I'm not saying anyone is hearing this, by the way. I'm just saying he's shouting as he's making his way back, trying to
We
make
go
it
after him.
back there. Yeah, so that's what he does on his turn. You'll go after him, Ilya? All right, let's make use of this free initiative. You're not letting this go. So what are you doing?
Swing my battle axe
All right,
again, because
all
that's practically the only thing she's good at. So
Difficulty 2.
okay. Here we go again.
It's always just. All right. Well,
It's enough.
enough is enough, right? Yeah. Well, that's not entirely true with your brutal weapon attributes.
No, I know. I would like to have had those 7 successes on an attack roll.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, only 1 time damage. What is
Whoa, nice. You can still roll. Oh, you didn't roll a 10. Okay, so 8
No,
damage.
exactly.
Cleaving. So that's 7. Alright, so you'll basically. He's now almost limping, slowly, making his way towards that wooden door. But this person's life is hanging by just a thread. You can tell. This is He's a goner.
That's why Badulan comes running
The finisher.
for a second hit.
Mortal Kombat! Alright, difficulty 2.
Rips out his spine.
Yeah. Well, you have +1, so it's 1 momentum.
Yeah, and I can spend that on extra damage.
It depends entirely on what weapon you were using. So I don't know.
I
Last
was
time you were
using my
using this.
shield.
Okay, I think the shield might not be the best weapon to keep attacking with for dealing extra damage.
No.
But don't you hold a weapon in your other hand? You're just wielding a shield.
Yeah, I was attacking with my shield because it's bludgeoning damage.
Ah, I see. Yeah, so then
I was
you need
guessing
to.
that it's better to have bludgeoning damage than slashing.
Yeah, well, we can have a look what happens when you. I think a shield only has like momentum spends if you defend and then roll momentum. Then you can counter and do such things. But,
Oh wow.
But you can always deal 1 extra damage as a basic extra damage.
Okay, then
also.
I'll just deal the
So
1
what-
extra
so
damage.
4 damage.
Total of 4 bludgeoning.
Yeah, bludgeoning and incident. Yeah, okay. So how would you like to do this?
It's a shield to the face.
Shield to the face, like
Yeah.
inside
of the shield.
here,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
like the.
You know,
you see this-
Farisha, use your imagination.
Eat this wooden hamburger.
Yeah, and then just
Yeah.
drops down and is dead. Now I want. Let's see. Okay, first let me find this little symbol. Okay. Ilya, since you made. I think when this person was screaming for help and running away, it was Ilya was going, yeah, make me a doom roll, and I want to see if maybe someone heard this.
Okay. Just a doom roll. So next to the action dice, the
Yeah, it's doom roll.
roll,
Yeah,
okay.
it's always automatically. Wow. All right. All right. So I guess no one heard this, and good for you guys. So, let's see what happens next. Can we do just like a 3-minute break, or just like to get something to drink because it's so freaking hot? Yeah, no, I'll just leave the stream on because I don't know how to pause it anyway. Just let's go and get some drinks and we'll see what happens in the next room. To anyone watching, we'll be right back.
I opened up my window to the outside. I mean, it's late enough that there shouldn't be any weird noises. Unless people are celebrating something, which they sometimes do.
Yes, people do tend to celebrate things sometimes. Yes.
Yeah. And sometimes they set a fire, you know. So if anyone hears weird
Yes, that is
noises, just
definitely
tell
cause
me.
for celebration.
I mean, if the weird noise is me talking, then keep it to yourself.
No, it's fine. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Don't worry about it too much.
What? Are we gonna die?
This is what.
Oh no, I
Doi-
was talking
yeah.
about
Dying, but in a fire. We were talking about a very different kind of death.
Oh.
Dying of like shame because there's sound in the background. God forbid.
I opened up the window for some fresh air.
Ah. Yeah.
Yeah, but come on. You should have done that like an hour ago. Come on. It is not. It is too hot to be bothered by the noises of people.
Well, I had a fan on. That was decent enough. But yeah, now it's late enough that I'm like, I'll do that. See, to have opened the window, I would have needed to get up and didn't want to do that. But now I got up to grab some chocolate anyway, so I was up. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how dead are we? What do you guys think?
All right.
12?
I don't think you understand how skills work.
No, Namuli isn't able to write or read, so.
Oh,
Numbers, numbers, that's...
Skills.
let's see.
Oh, it's relative.
We are all back, so it seems. All right, let's see. Okay, let's get back into it. No, I'm still not 100% sure if we're gonna be able to fully finish this this session. It might not be the finale after all, but we'll see.
Doom cursed everything.
Yeah, but we are definitely very close now. I can guarantee.
You're getting
Like,
there.
I think we should just, leave and then just take that as the ending.
Go back to the storm.
Definitely.
Don't survive that, and then we're.
This sudden nihilism
Well,
that just overcomes you to not want to save the world anymore.
The world, who cares
you know,
about it?
Overrated.
That amount of defeatism is very.
Yeah, but it would
Very
be good
typical
because we didn't really set a time. So do we have a time? For me, it's no. So it's like 11 or 12, because now it's 11. We can continue for an hour, or we can say, let's continue next time. Because I think, I mean,
How much time do you think we need, indeed?
it's cutting it close.
I don't think we
Either an hour. I know it's like, I think an hour could be enough, but more than likely, it won't be. You know.
You know us, right?
Yeah. So I think
Yeah,
I think
you know,
I think 2.5, maybe 3 hours is what you're looking at to completely finish it at this point. Yeah.
And perhaps
Well,
this
that
is a good
sounds like
moment to.
perfect last stream.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's cool. We'll just do it another time. This is a good stopping point as well, I think. Luckily, no one heard anything.
Not yet.
We overcame one of the greatest enemies of TTRPGs, namely a door is open.
Yes, a door has been open. Yes, it has been. Yeah, I mean,
Not thanks to us.
That,
but
that was a good
Well,
setback.
thanks to us, thanks to Ilya.
We didn't.
Ilya opened the
Yeah.
door.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I kind of, I kind of like where we're at now. I'm still thinking about some things that are happening in the background, which is quite fun, which I will tell you about later.
As
Or
is
maybe
your
you'll find out.
prerogative as a game master.
But
Mhm.
But
wasn't
Yeah.
the disciple trying to open the door? the metal door.
Yes,
Yes.
indeed he was.
Yeah, he
and
went for
why?
it.
And
So
why?
does he have a key?
Um,
Yeah, perhaps
And
he
do
does.
we want to open that door?
if you
Because he's
search
trying
his
to open it.
body, you can write down key to metal door for sure. Yeah.
Mm. So if we end the
But you know
session
what
here,
I
we should
think?
do the end
You'll
of
see
session
that on the next episode.
In
Oh.
fact, I think you can add a key to the other door as well to this. You
Okay.
know, so yeah.
Nice.
Yay.
But now the question is, do you want to open the metal door? And you have some time to think about that. So we can maybe try and schedule after I close the stream. See if we can do it a little bit sooner than 6 weeks
You seem
later.
worried.
Yeah.
Yeah. If
Well-
we're going to end it here, we should do the Doom recovery, right?
Oh my God! You still, yeah, you're the
You're
worst. You're the
eager
worst.
to-
Roll him. Okay, but only three action dice, because this is, again, for those watching, some rules are being revised, so you know there's a bit too much doom points flying around. So yeah, roll 3 action dice, and just how many successes you have is how many doom points you replenish.
Ooh,
Wow.
Sick.
that's
No.
nice. Oh, that
The cult is fun.
Yeah,
Well,
I-
I don't
that
need
also-
to replenish anything.
I was, as you know, I'm doing the map more for the stream than for myself. You know, I would probably have done this Theater of the Mind, but it's kind of fun. We've done a few combats Theater of the Mind. We're using a map now. It's, you know, what I do for those watching. I'm not even sure if I wrote this in the book, but I prefer, if you use a map, don't use a grid. You know, keep it a bit freeform. You know, find this like middle ground where you have everything clearly visible. You know, what is where are the doors, what are the distances. But you know, I just prefer not to start counting squares or anything like that, and it works quite well in my opinion.
Mhm.
So cool. All right. So thanks everyone for watching. Thank you all for playing with me tonight. And
Thank you.
we'll do a short outro. I'll start by saying to everyone the backer kit late pledges and also the locking down of the pledges for all backers will really be up within a week, maybe 2. It's, you know, I would have preferred to do it a bit sooner, but in the meantime I'm working really hard on getting the update on the revised rules done, because I really want the game to be perfect when it is released and when it goes to print eventually. And as we are playing the game now, doing some more playtesting, talking with people on the Discord in the community, we found some really great tips, some really great advice, some things that can be tweaked. So we're working on that now. This revised primer bundle, because the free version of the game will be updated as well within I'd say 2 months to reflect those changes. Keeping everyone up to date, being able to play the game in its slightly updated form until the final game is then. Whoa, I'm knocked over my mic. Is then released. So more news on that soon. And I think that's about it from my end. Going down to Sandra.
Hi everyone. You can find me on Twitter as Sandra Catherine, also on itch.io. And I have very exciting news, because this upcoming week, this Wednesday actually, it's been a year that I published my fun little horror game When the End Comes.
It's a year
so
already. Wow.
It's a year already, yeah.
Congratulations. Yeah.
So I'm working on some revised rules myself to do that, to publish those hopefully Wednesday. And we've been working on some fun scenarios in a little bundle, with summer camp in the 80s, invitation to an old manor. And there's also
I
one
like it.
scenario in there in not so fun hospital written by one Geo. So
Oh.
Please check that out. It's gonna be.
Is it still
Very
PG-13? As Geo wrote some really horrible.
What a
Depends
question.
on how you look at it, but probably 18 plus.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, cool. But this is so it's the time of revisions apparently this month.
Yeah.
So no, amazing. And don't forget to send them to me as well. I wanna have a look. That was nice. And play, of course. Geo, if you wanna run sometime.
Oh,
Your
yeah,
own,
yeah.
yeah.
Sure.
Kason, Wiebe, what's happening?
What's poppin'?
What's popping in your life? Tell us. Tell us the news.
Let's see. Well, I don't really have anything going on social media. It's not my thing. But you should definitely all follow Dice Games everywhere. Of
Yes,
course.
do it. And
Of course.
and join the Discords.
It is only your responsibility.
Yeah.
And join the Discord.
Yeah, so at Dice Steel
And,
Games, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, you can find it.
Exactly. No. Yeah. No, and I'm sure if you like add me on the Discord server, I'll respond at some point. I can give a little unprofessional licensed, not actually licensed therapy session. I'll do my best. But yeah, no, that's me.
Yeah.
Wiebe.
And I'm gonna bother you soon, all of you, by the way, for the playtesting of the revision. But we'll do that, not on stream,
Yeah.
but on this. So it'll be a lot of fun. For anyone who wants to come and join, opportunities galore to play some cool encounters soon. Wim, what do you have going on?
Not much actually, but you can at least find me on the Blood and Doom Discord.
All right, Blood and Doom Discord, the place to be. Then, Kira.
Same as the last two. I feel like I should also just write my own RPG or something. Like,
do it,
I mean,
do
the
it.
scheduling is going to be hard. I'm going to play the next thing in 2 months. Maybe I can write something.
Call it
Nah.
Doom and Blood, and then I can sue you.
Oh, it will great, and then it will have some media coverage.
Yes!
Get some advertising.
The drama,
Yes!
what do they say? Negative publicity is also
There's
publicity.
no such thing as negative press.
Ah, that's what they say. Yeah.
Okay, Doom and Blood. Okay, I'll do it. Yeah,
Oh my God, no.
I'm gonna do it. Yeah, definitely.
All right, so looking forward to that, and then Geo.
Yeah, I mean, nothing really to add from what's already being said. So I'll just leave it as it is.
Cool.
but,
All right, people. Again, thanks to all of you for playing. I'm very excited about where we are. Finally, you've entered the cult's lair, or should I say, the headquarters of the book club. And we'll see next time
Library.
what happens. The library, yeah, basically a large library. So who will be here? What will we find? What is happening? And how much time is still left? Right? Let's make it. Oh my God, that's a good point. 7:30. It must be around 10 o'clock now, I think. Oh, let me write that down. 10
Oh no.
p.m. 2 hours before midnight. I like those odds. All right, people. Again, thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.